of the Owama issue, the attack was premeditated just because there are a group of criminals, cultists, militants, that because they make a lot of money from crude oil theft, believe they are above board. And they did this deliberately just because the commanding officer and his team were ensuring that any acts of pipeline vandalization, crude oil theft, illegal refineries were completely eradicated from that region. So that's part of the issues that came up. And you can see the Lieutenant Colonel himself is a very, very gallant, was a gallant officer. He was a commanding officer. Had the privilege of being his theater commander in the Northeast. He did extremely very well in the Northeast. We brought him here to stabilize the North Central. He did. He went to the Northwest. He equally did the same. So for him to be killed, just like a chicken, beheaded, disemboweled, I mean, that is unacceptable. And we're happy that the Commander-in-Chief has given us a mandate to recover the arms to arrest the perpetrators. Now, I know a lot of comments have been made by different kinds of people, some from lack of understanding. When you have a joint task force involves members of the armed forces, that's the Army, Navy, Air Force. We have the police, the DSS, the NIA, every other security agency are part of it. So when we have arrests, we have joint investigation team. So it is not like the army is taking laws into their hands. And, you know, I've had comments about what were they doing and all this. And once we are deployed on operation, we have the right and the mandate to arrest all acts of criminality within that area. So they were there deployed legally. They were doing a legal operation. And it was because the commanding officer felt the threat was not that high. That was why he went there and felt he could discuss with the individual. He did not go armed. That gallant officer, if he had gone armed, he will erase everybody in that place. But he felt these were people he knew, these are Nigerians that he could talk to. And when he stepped up to talk to them with his team, they were rounded up and all shot. And not only shot, their body parts were cut, their hearts and private parts were removed. And I think that is one thing that all Nigerians should stand against. I've heard the Robo leaders talking. Yes, I have very serious respect for elders. But also like elders, also speak from position of strength. They cannot say they do not know what was going on there. I'm sure you are aware that since they decapitated the bodies of those guys, there's a lot of human sacrifice that is ongoing within those general areas. And it was just part of them showing, you know, a way of saying that they have strength. And that's why they were able to cut the heads, cut the hands, disembowel them, remove the hearts, and these other things. I don't know what was that for. What was the intent? But whatever the intent is, we remain focused, we remain committed. If you notice, again, our operation was highly regulated. I mean, ideally before now, it would have been a situation where we would have gone and flattened all the communities within the area. But it was measured because we felt not everybody was involved. But we know that a lot of people knew what was going on and kept quiet. And so that makes them complicit. But like I said, it was a major operation, it was a major response. We are conducting cordon and search operations to thoroughly search for our weapons and to arrest those that carried out this dastardly act. I'm happy with the traditional ruler that submitted himself, which is the best thing. I wish all those other ones that were in the pictures will also equally do the same. We are not animals, we are not barbaric, that will just go around killing people. If they had not touched our armed forces, nobody would have been there. We have lived peacefully with them. We have encouraged them. We conduct civil-military relationship. If you go to most of the communities, we provide amenities for them just to show them that we are not an occupational army. We are the Nigerian armed forces, and we are here for Nigeria to ensure that Nigeria is peaceful. So I just want to make that little clarification, that they were legally deployed, and with their mandate, they are authorized to make arrests. They are authorized to interrogate.